have reached the starting gate. It's post time. Cold front, the favorite comes forward. And they're into the stretch. Cold front, put to the 10. Cold front does it again. Fires in the field in the Amsterdam.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Spa Babies, presented by Spendthrift. I'm Dan Illman, along with Nicole Russo, and the Spa Baby race for Thursday, July the 28th, race number 2. We'll kick off the 50-cent pick 4 with 2-year-olds going 5.5 furlongs on the turf. These are New York breds. Let's take a look at this field, and there's one experienced horse in the body of this race, the number 6, Snowy Evening, and she ran really, really well in her career debut, finishing second for Todd Pletcher. The rest are first-time starters, and as we say, experience does count.
Yeah, but as we go through these first-time starters, we've got some very well-bred horses. We've got a mix of established sires and freshman sires who, we can analyze a little bit. I think this is a really fun race with a big field.
It should be an excellent betting race as well. These look like some talented fillies in waiting. On the outside, the 11, 12, 13, and 14 are also eligibles. The 15 spinning colors entered main track only. Let's start things off with the 1 Bad Samaritan by first crop sire Good Samaritan, a very versatile racehorse, could do it on dirt, could do it on turf. Bad Samaritan sold for $30,000 as a yearling, and there's versatility in this female family as well as some speed.
Yeah, everything from dirt sprint stakes ability to turf route stakes ability in this female family. As you mentioned, Good Samaritan was a very versatile runner in his own right, a graded winner on both the dirt and turf, a good performing 2-year-old. He's by sire of sires Harlan's Holiday. I think his runners will ultimately be better going longer. So with Bad Samaritan drawing the inside post in a big field, this is a horse I'm going to take a wait and see approach on.
The Third Dam had some class, and Vestalot was a graded stakes winner as well. The 2 is Fleetfooted, going out for Joe Sharp, Tyler Gaffalione. This is a half-sister to Minnesota Sunset, a juvenile stakes place dirt sprinter. Spitester, the stallion, does okay with first-time starters, but 4% only on first turf, and there is some dirt on the pedigree, on the bottom of the pedigree as well. The dam was precocious, so I'm expecting this filly to be fast. I wonder if turf will be her surface, though.
I do wonder a little bit. I did think Spitester would be better on turf than his runners have been first turf so far, as he's by the versatile Spitestown. But Spitester, before his untimely death following a stall accident, was slated to move up to Ontario, Canada for the upcoming breeding season, which when you think about Canadian racing, there's a lot of big turf events. There's a lot of big events on synthetic at Woodbine. That says to me that maybe people thought this horse was a little bit of a sleeper on turf and synthetic.
The number 3 is Souffle, one of 2 fillies in here by Candy Ride. This one goes out for Joel Rosario, Christophe Clement, and Nicole. You could certainly make the argument if there's a filly in this race bred to sprint on the turf, it's Souffle, a half-sister to Derrynane, and the Dam, a stakes-winning turf sprinter as well.
Yeah, and Derrynane, a 2-year-old debut winner, nearly a year to the day ago at the same distance on the Saratoga turf, was beaten just a length in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint, went 4th there, put together a very good 2-year-old campaign on the turf. Christophe Clement also trains that one. I like that he's got this filly kind of following in the same footsteps.
As always, we'd like to urge you to check out the clock reports produced by Mike Welsh and his colleagues up at Saratoga. It looked like Souffle's last 2 breezes might have gone in company with Silver Skillet, who runs in our Spa Baby race on dirt on Wednesday. The 4 is Little Linzee. This is a gray filly by Honorable Dylan, an okay juvenile debut stallion that doesn't do very well with first turf runners. There's a lot of speed on the bottom of this pedigree. This filly has been working quickly, but again, I do question turf.
Yeah, another one with the stallion Honorable Dylan by Tappet, who you kind of wonder about the turf. This one is cross-centered on Wednesday, and as noted, there is Javier Castellano's second call.
Castellano's first is Flutie Flakes, the 14. If she draws in, Castellano will ride that one. The 5 is Slow Down Summer. This is a filly by War Dancer, who is a good turf horse, but not a great juvenile debut stallion. Only 4% winners. The Dam could win on turf, on dirt, going long, going short, and there is speed on the bottom of this pedigree. And Rudy Rodriguez is too good to be going over at the meet so far. He's overdue.
Yeah, and he's had some nice 2-year-old debut winners throughout our series here on Spa Babies throughout the years. War Dancer by Warfront, as you mentioned. He's an outstanding sire. He's really become a leading sire in the New York marketplace. I do think that they want to go a little bit longer, though, and that's why some of his first-time starter stats are kind of not as high as his other stats, because, of course, a lot of these horses are debuting at shorter distances.
This filly appeared to pick up the pace in her one and only Saratoga Breeze. That was a half-mile work in 49 on July the 21st. Maybe she's coming into her own. Let's watch the career debut of the 6, Snowy Evening. This is a filly by Frosted, and she showed good speed in this race in between horses. She's on the outside with a big look turning into the stretch. She's going to get bumped a bit as the horse-splitting horses ranting. The only horse with prior experience in this race and the favorite burst on through, but a good effort for Snowy Evening. I am interested in your take on this pedigree, though. She's by Frosted. It seems like there's a lot of dirt in the family. Interesting that Pletcher ran this horse on turf.
It's interesting that he ran her on turf first out. Yeah. Frosted, he's another stallion where I've expected him to have some better turf statistics than he does to this point, still relatively early in his career. He's by Tappet, who could certainly get you a good turf horse. He's from the female family of Midshipman, who's the sire of Lady Shipman and others. So the fact that Pletcher ran her on turf first time out is a little bit surprising to me, especially with all the dirt performances in the female family. But the fact that he ran her on turf and is keeping her on turf, a very good sign. He definitely saw things he liked in that debut, which, as you noted, she had some trouble in down the lane.
The number 7, Showemyourheels, is a daughter of Munning, sold for $350,000 as a Saratoga yearling. Munning's just rock solid with any kind of horse. The dam, a multiple stakes winning router, but was a debut winner sprinting on the turf. And this Munning's Freudnick's done some good work. Catalina Red, grade 2 stakes winning dirt sprinter, has been produced by the sire Broodmare Sire Cross. Like these turf workouts for a good trainer in Danny Gargan.
Yeah. Some very good turf works. And again, I'll certainly direct you to the Clocker report produced by Mike Walsh and our colleagues up at Saratoga. I love this pedigree mix that you mentioned. Munning's super versatile, can definitely inject some speed into a family. And that Broodmare sire Freud has dominated the New York sire ranks, particularly the turf ranks, for more than a decade now.
Number 8, Moonage Daydream. Jose Ortiz takes the mount for Jorge Abreu, who has had 3 Saratoga 2-year-old winners since 2018. Candy Ride, again, just a rock-solid stallion. The dam was a sprint winner on dirt. Maybe not a ton of black type on the bottom of this pedigree, but very steady work since mid-May. The last breeze looked nice and easy on July 21st. Abreu can pop with a first or at a price.
Yeah, and I certainly like that when you're evaluating a bunch of first-time starters against one another, with the exception of our one experienced runner here, that this horse has this nice long work tab. It is definitely going to have a fitness base for the debut. The second one in this race, as you mentioned, by Candy Ride.
The number 9 is Frankie C, who brings 2 recent bullet workouts to the party at Belmont Park out of the gate on the dirt by first crop sire Frank Conversation. The dam-like turf. Just seems like this filly catches a tough group. I believe this is Frank Conversation's first starter in North America.
I believe so as well. And, Frank Conversation by Quality Road, who's a versatile sire. And Frank Conversation did win his debut sprinting on the downhill turf at Santa Anita. Later on was a graded winner routing on both synthetic and turf, and grade 1 placed routing on the turf. I would like to see them going a little bit longer, but I do think that, perhaps there is some speed here from this sire.
Final horse in the body of the field is the 10, Fancypants Juliana by the young stallion Motown, $70,000 short yearling. The dam's a half to Skylar's Scramjet, an excellent dirt sprinter on the New York surface. There is speed in this family, but like a couple of others in here, there's dirtability on the bottom. The good news is Motown, a very versatile horse.
Yeah, Motown by Uncle Mo, who, of course, his runners run on anything. And what's been interesting to me about the runners we've seen from Motown so far is they really seem to resemble runners by Uncle Mo, and that's a good thing. They put their heads down, they move like athletes. Motown, another one with his first crop, who's a very versatile horse. He was a graded winner routing on the dirt as a 2-year-old late in the year. Later on, a grade 1 winner routing on the turf. He's another one, though, that I would prefer to see them going a little bit longer, but I think ultimately he'll be just fine with his 2-year-olds.
Nice field of 2-year-old fillies sprinting on the turf at the Spa on Thursday. Let's take a look at our top selections. Nicole, we'll see if the 3 Souffle can rise to the occasion.
Yeah, I really can't overlook the class of this family. And Clement, following a similar pattern with this filly as her older half-sister, tells me he thinks that she's of the same ilk. I am using some of the same horses as you underneath, Dan, but I will also throw in Fancypants Juliana from that first crop of Motown. I think she can pick up some pieces from the outside post and is a horse to watch going a bit longer later on.
I was really torn between both the 7, Showemyourheels, and the 8, Moonage Daydream, and I'm really looking forward to the Clocker reports. Maybe they'll help me out a little bit more, but I want to key on those 2 in the 50-cent pick 4, along with the Experience Tour Snowy Evening as well. I think Slow Down Summer, the 5 is more of a single race exotic horse that I would use underneath. Showemyourheels, curious to see what we get for the Danny Gargan firster. Moonage Daydream, though, for Candy Ride. Jorge Abreu is a very underrated trainer. And I think her price will be slightly better than the 7. 3, 5, 7, 10 for Nicole, 8, 7, 5, 6 for me. It's Thursday's Spa Baby event, and it's presented by Spendthrift.